Hey guys, welcome to Bitcoin Airsoft. In today's video, I'll be doing a product review on the Quiet Precision Boonie Head, and I also have a Popper brand Boonie Head here, so I'll be doing a quick comparison also. Now, first off, I got the Popper one on first hand for about 20 bucks, and the Quiet Boonie Head I got it off a friend as a second hand, and he sold it to me for $25. Normally, the Quiet one will cost $50 plus shipping, so I really got a great deal on the Quiet Head. So, first of all, I have used this for about a year, and I've washed it over 10 times, so the color is faded a little bit, so I'm not going to compare the color. But if I remember correctly, when I first got it, the color looks very similar to the Quiet one, and of course, Quiet being the inventor of the multicam, so I would say the Quiet is the true multicam color. And for the appearance, the Molly, the first thing I noticed is the Molly here. On the Popper one is a coyote color, where in the Quiet they also use the multicam vibrate on the Molly. Now the material itself, and also they're both 7 3/4 size. Where's the size? Oh, here. And the sizing and both of them is 7 3/4. So the material, the Popper one, it is 65% polyester and 35% cotton. As for the Quiet, I can't find out the material composition on the website. It didn't have the info there, but on some site it says it's 50 cotton and 50% polyester. But the Quiet one is US material, made in USA, and the Popper is made in Dominica Republic. So they both have 4 ventilation holes, 2 on each side. And as I said, the Molly is multicam versus Coyote, and both of them has the strap with a leather retention. So, and the Popper one, I would say is thicker on the brim, whereas the Quiet one is softer. And actually weight them, the Popper one weighs 150 grams, whereas the Quiet weighs 100 grams. So it's a 15% in weight differences. Now on the sizing, both of them is slightly tilted at the top, so when you wear the hat, it actually goes like slightly tilted like this. And as for the brim size, from the looks of it, the Quiet is longer. So upon measurement, the Popper is a little bit over 2 inch, and the Quiet is 2 3/4, almost 3 inches. So the brims on the Quiet is longer. Now let's go measure the. Now both of them is 7 3/4 in diameter, but since the head is not in a perfect round shape, so I figure I'll be measuring the circumference, so and do a little bit of math to see how close they are to the true size. So starting from here, I'll try to measure this as accurately as possible. So the Popper is 25 inches in circumference, and the Quiet. And the Quiet is 24 inches. So put that into diameter, the 25-inch circumference will give you a 7.96, and a 24 inches circumference will give you a 7.64. So I guess the Kwai is closer to the 7.75 or 7.75 mark. Okay, as for the MOLLE on top, the Kwai gives more space in each MOLLE section, whereas the popper, it does not give as much space. So I guess you can put more straws and leaves on the Kwai for camouflage. Now I'm using a Boonie head to mount my GoPro, and this is my GoPro mount for MOLLE, and both heads work, so there's no problem on the, even though this is thicker, but I'm mounting on 3 spots, and I'm mounting on the edge on the first and the third. So the Kwai and the popper, I have no problem mounting the GoPro mount. So I'm not here to say which one is better. I'm just giving out all the specs so then you guys can decide on yourself. But keep in mind that the Kwai is almost 3 times the price as the popper one. And I guess I'll be doing a update video. I'll be using the Kwai from now on, and I'll do another comparison after I watch this at least 10 times and see how much of a color the Kwai faded. But overall, the Kwai, I guess the Kwai is better for sun blocking as they have a bigger rim. And I'll be doing another measurement on the depth of the head. As I mentioned, the head is tilted, so the back is deeper than the front. And let's try the Kwai first. The back of the Kwai goes about 3 3/4, and the front is about 3 inches. And the popper, the back is 3.5 inch, and the front is 3 inches. So the Kwai is a little bit deeper, so if you have a bigger head like me, then maybe this one fits you better. So here is the quick comparison between the Kwai and the popper Boonie head. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below, and I'll be doing another gear review soon. See you guys next time.